the conscious strata, which is where the conscious strata of your mind is acting when you are awake. Conscious strata. Then, deeper than the conscious level of the mind, there is a fifth realm, which is the subconscious, where your memories are kept, the instincts, memories, everything is kept. And deeper than that is the unconscious realm of the mind, which is taking care of the physiological activities that is taking place in your whole system. And then deeper than that is a realm where the time, space, cause, effect, nothing is working. And that is very superconscious state, which is the source. Our attention is to get into that superconscious state, to become totally empty. The content is creating a little bit of hindrance to know deeply. So in the superconscious realm, certainly there is none. It is absolute stillness. And you cannot enter there with your mind. So your mind drops on the way and you enter into the unconscious realm. From there you slips into the deeper consciousness. When you enter into the unconscious realm, and lot of sensations comes because it is the realm where the body functions are ordered and body functions are taking place. Intelligence is working there. But the supreme intelligence, which is just in the silence, it is the silence itself, which is there in the very base, which is the stillness, which was there before the beginning, which is there in between your thoughts, which is there in between every motion, every action. And so in meditation, we are trying to get into that space. It is not even space, the stillness. To feel who you are. And when you are there, as your mind is not there, you realize you are the silence. You are the stillness. And before that, when you are trying to cross the realm of the mind, it shows so many different experiences to the practitioner. Lot of experiences come to the practitioner. Depending upon where his mind is staying, though integrated, it is classified by masters. When you are in the integrated state, you are in samadhi. And samadhi levels are deeper and deeper and deeper. And that details we can take later because the teacher will come. And then if that area is not touched, at that time I can take it. And there are many different samadhis in states of integration. When you are entering into meditation and your mind is going to the point of attention continuously for a long period of time without effort, you come closer and closer to the object which you are meditating with. So you get integrated. Integration takes place. When you say integration, samadhi, this is not something which is very big, something like that. It is great. But it is not a difficult task to reach there. Only thing is you need to have a relaxed focusing. And when the focusing is there, you are very relaxed. And at that time, only the object alone stays in your mind. The object of meditation alone stays in your mind. So now you are meditating on an object. Meditation is the process. You are the subject and the object of meditation. So there are three states there. One is the object of meditation, then you are the subject who is meditating upon, and the process of meditation. These three states are there in concentration and in meditation. And this is called the Tripudi. Tripudi, some schools they say, and Tripudi also it is said. Some schools say Tripudi and some people say it is Tripudi. There are three states. One, you are aware that you are meditating. The other, you are aware of the process that you are doing. And then you are aware of the object of meditation. Then slowly, what happens to the meditator is he forgets himself. He is not entering into sleep, Like in sleep, you are not aware of your body. And you slowly become like extinct for a time. You are not existing there because in your awareness, you are not associated with your body. So you are disconnected from the body. So no bodily sensation comes to you. So the concentration becomes much more easier. Because one element, if a mosquito is coming and biting, that problem is not there because that is cut off now. Sensory system is cut off. When the sensory system is cut off totally, disconnected from your mind, that you are not there. Because of the focusing, you are not aware of anything that is happening with you. So you are existing, but you are not there. And then there are two processes which is on, is the process of meditating and the object of meditation. So it becomes much more easier because one distracting thing is gone. It's something which happens in your mind. And then the process also goes closer and closer to the object. And then the process also stops. Then what remains will be the object. You are not thinking that you are meditating, in short. That idea of meditation, the thinking of thought of meditation is not there. The sensations of the body is not there. Now what is there is the object of meditation. That means you are there existing, you are together with the process, you merge with the object. And this is samadhi. This is super conscious integration. Now you are not there, you are the object. But the object is there. You integrate with the object and the object is there. And this object is a little hindrance for you to go further. Then by constant practice, the purpose of the object is to get understood by the meditator. He is keeping the object with that purpose. And that is understood. Because he is not there, he merges with the object, then he starts to feel the object. And when this is coming, integration happens. So this is the samadhi, but the object is there. And that is the sabija samadhi. The root is there. And then the object is staying there for you to understand. Then you understand it fully, thereby why the object is there. You understood the object, and the object disintegrates. Then what is there? Nothing. And this is the nirbija samadhi. Even the root is gone. Then there are other things like savitarka samadhi, nirvitarka samadhi, savichara samadhi, nirvichara samadhi, and nirvikalpa samadhi. That let us see how it is interpreted, and then after that we can have a discussion. So you enter into a state of integration, and meditation leads you to integration. Integration is translated as samadhi, or samadhi is translated as superconscious integration. When you are in that integration, actually you are not, in your mind, you are not bound by time. You are not bound by space. You are not bound by cause, effect, all these things. So your realm changes and you are not existing in the normal plan. You are in a different plane. And you exist in the plane and you feel freedom. Because the basic connection which is ties you down is the basic existence, which is time, space, and possibility. And it is not touching your mind, so your mind cannot exist. This is the root of mind. And the root of mind is God. And then this is called freedom. So that is why yoga is called freedom. Meditation leads you to freedom. That's the purpose of meditation. On the way, when you are crossing the rhythm, you are sitting for meditating in the conscious level. And you are aware of everything that is going on around you and inside you when you start your meditation. And then slowly, you are getting, as you are not moving your body, as you are not getting any information from outside for further processing, what happens? Your rest increases. When your rest increases, as you are going to bed and relaxing your body, then you fall asleep. So rest is what takes you down to the subconscious lungs of your mind. In meditation, when you get sufficient rest, equivalent to sleep, you fall asleep. Now you are in the subconscious realm of your mind. And then some thoughts may surface because it is the area where memories are stored. Some thoughts surface. You become aware of the thought. But you have another goal. So you drop this thing which is popping up, or maybe to support the understanding of the object which comes as object, as your object of meditation. And all this thought process comes. And slowly, you refocus, and finally you come closer to the object, thereby the memory support is not needed. So your understanding changes from rational understanding to another kind of understanding based on how you feel with the object. So your rational mind puts off completely. And then you are very much free now. Because you are not going to look into what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is not right, what is real, what is unreal, everything is gone. The intellect settles. And thereby, your journey becomes so easy when it so happens that you plunge deep into the deeper realms of your mind, which is the unconscious part, where the body is doing all functions. In that level, lot of vibrations and twitchers and movements and pleasure, goosebumps and all these things takes place. It's a pleasurable time for the practitioner. And he is not specifically looking into any of these experiences, but he is just remaining as the witness. And then it slips, it settles, and he goes very deep down into the superconscious. When you enter into the superconscious, you are integrating there. What is there? Actually, nothing. And then you get into the superconscious integration, which is called samadhi. And as I mentioned, the samadhi still have different realms, and one by one, you are looking, and it takes time. Long time for a practitioner to get there. And when he is there, he has the superconscious, he establishes the superconscious integration, and that is called deep samadhi. And the purpose of your meditation fulfills. And so what happens in your body already got purified because all the contaminations are coming directly from the mind, and it's in drive to make something happen. All the stress, everything that you have been acquiring and entertaining and undergoing strong experiences are all vanishing in your experience, and thereby you are entering into a calm state. The stress has gone, thereby the body becomes very supple and very flexible, because the counterpart of the stress, which is fatigue, is not anymore there in your body. And the consumption of energy which is required for doing the normal functions of the body will be very less, so that the person is absolutely resting the maximum possible allowed conditioning by nature. And from that clarity, in entering into that silence, the clarity comes. Spontaneity comes. And everything spontaneously coming, because you are the knowledge, the world is the knowledge, you are not separate from the world of information. So instead of going and actually correct information appears before you. Now it's a lot of information, and from that you have to choose the correct information to compare and compare. Now that question is not there. The correct thing which needed for comprehending just pops up, and then it flashes. And this is, then it appears as intuitive understanding, because the time for putting, the time that takes for you to put the question and to get the answer is reducing. You put the question, the mind process, and the answer comes. It reduces to the minimum that you are seeing the clarity, you're seeing the actual thing from the cluttered information set. You see the exact thing, and then suddenly the answer comes. And you become very spontaneous in that way. It is called the intuitive understanding. It's not coming from anywhere else, it is coming from you. But it has a universal application, because your mind is not doing this. Mind is resting, but the subtle mind that is operating. Mind is for understanding. Understanding takes place quickly. This is the interview. All these kind of things will manifest. A lot of things will happen. The person will be very relaxed. The social life will be very different, and he will not be easily provoked. He don't have any bad plans for good and bad plans. Yes, no plans. He's spontaneous. Just stays there. No crookedness. No hidden things. You are refining as a person. So as the stress is not there, as you are very spontaneous, you become part of the nature. The nature operates spontaneously, and you being part of the nature, suppose was not spontaneous in that respect, that way, when you become spontaneous, all the strain of existing will go. And then it will be a condition which comes to the practitioner, living without strain. Then the integration takes place, and you enter into samadhi. This is what happens in meditation. വല്ലതുണ്ടോ ചോദ്യം? പക്ഷേ ഇത് നമുക്ക് എടുക്കാം. ഇത് ടീച്ചർ വരുന്നതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ അതിൻ്റെ മുമ്പ് കയറി പറയാത്തത്. ടീച്ചർ പറഞ്ഞ് ടീച്ചർ ആ സൂത്രമെല്ലാം എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് അതിനകത്ത് എന്തെങ്കിലും ക്ലാരിറ്റി വേണ്ടി വരില്ല. ടീച്ചർ അറിയാവുന്ന കാര്യം. അപ്പോൾ അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് പിന്നെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്കതിനെ പ്രാക്ടിക്കലായിട്ട് നോക്കാം. പറഞ്ഞതിലെല്ലാം അവിടെ ഡീറ്റെയിലായിട്ട് അതിന് ഭാഷ എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. വായിച്ചാൽ മനസ്സിലാവും. സംസ്കൃതം നമുക്കറിഞ്ഞു അത്. പക്ഷെ അകത്തോട്ട് നോക്കിയതല്ല അറിയാം. അപ്പം അങ്ങനെ വേണം നോക്കാൻ. ഈ പതഞ്ജലി യോഗസൂത്രത്തിൻ്റെ ആ കൊറോണ പീരീഡിൽ ഐ ഹാവ് ബീൻ ഡൂയിങ് പതഞ്ജലീസ് യോഗസൂത്ര for a group of people sometime. So first chapter I have done, and then the second chapter 18 sutras I did, and then Corona was over, so nobody has time, and stopped. My target was to actually finish it. So if teacher will come on Monday. If she is coming, that will be enlightening, and so I will also get to know something, because I didn't know Sanskrit. I will go on practical experiences. So let's see. So, nothing in Nordiala.